Welcome to the world of Arteris, where epic battles, heartwarming friendships, and unforgettable stories come to life. Join us as we journey across breathtaking landscapes and perilous dungeons in search of the ultimate treasure, the truth.
Powerful magic, fearsome monsters, and ancient legends wait to be discovered in a world shrouded in darkness.
So grab your sword, prepare your spells, and get ready for an unforgettable journey through a world of wonder and adventure.
Stand with us, rise against the darkness, and never forget what we are fighting for.
Hello, everyone. We are the Lost Caravan RPG. We do one-shots, mini-series, and long-running campaigns. If it's TTRPG, we pretty much do it all. Thank you, Captions, for capturing that countdown. Tonight, our season finale of Fatal Ascension, a Fabula Ultima campaign, which started far too long ago, but here we are. We finally reached this point, and we didn't reach this point like I thought we would reach this point, but nonetheless, we got here. Before we dive in, I do have just a few announcements to go through. The first being, of course, that we're sponsored tonight and every stream by Soul Muppet Publishing. They're a beautiful publishing house with a bunch of very cool games under their belt, namely Orbital Blues. We have done a playthrough of on the channel, and you will see again once I get my hands on Orbital Blues Afterburn, whenever that may be. Other than that, if you miss any of our streams, you can find them on our YouTube channel. We're just Lost Caravan RPG on YouTube. There's many hundreds of videos, well over 1,000 hours of content, and many more videos to come. So if you want to support me, the channel, or any of the nerds you see in front of you, it's where you can go and watch all the cool things we do the likes, the follows, the subscriptions, all that good stuff that pleases the all-powerful algorithm. Other than that, I think we're fine to simply go around, let everyone tell you who they are, who they're playing tonight, and whether or not they think they're going to survive. We'll go left to right, top to bottom, as we do, which means that we are starting with Anna.
Hello, I am Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet. I'm a queer and trans advocate, museum worker, and TTRPG producer, performer, and podcaster. And I play Cadence, the Time Assassin. And I'm a glass cannon, so do I think I will survive this entire fight? Probably not. I survived the entire fight last time, and that was a rarity. Most of my resources are gone. So yeah, probably not gonna survive, but it's okay.
It's fine. I hear that in JRPGs, the second form of bosses is much easier than the first one. It never gets more difficult. And then I totally remember who's next. Kian then is next. Hello.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, he. You can find me on the interwebs at uptight_chiffon, uptight-chiffon, depending on where you're hanging out. And tonight I am playing Sprout, who is just a little guy. As Anna said before stream, too young to die. So
It's true.
I have to survive, right? Like, I haven't even gotten back to my girlfriend yet. So I have to, and I have a boyfriend waiting for me who's going to be really disappointed in me if I die over here.
Your boyfriend and girlfriend have never even met.
It's true. It's true. You can't have
introduce the polycule.
You can't have kitchen table poly if I die before they're ever able to meet each other.
Yeah.
Would you deprive them of that hoop?
Truly.
I don't think it's up to me at this point.
It's not up to me.
We'll
I can
see.
tell you that much. I'm just winging it, okay? I show up, I roll some clicky clackies. I hope for the best.
What more could we ask for? And that brings us over to Glyza.
Hey everyone, my name is Glyza. Pronouns are they, he, she. Yes, in that order. Today I will be playing Echo, the reluctant king who just proposed to the love of his life, and obviously going to survive because I have a wedding to plan. I mean, we have a wedding to plan.
Of course.
Obviously, this is Caden's, show. We will have a wedding to plan.
Nothing bad ever happens to two individuals in a epic fantasy right after they propose or right when they're about to get married. Nothing bad ever happens. And then that brings us over to Kit.
Hi, I'm Kit. They, them, if you'd be so kind. You can find most places on the internet at Kit Roll. And I don't like the way you're threatening my friends, Hoop. So I guess I have to survive long enough to save all of their butts. And besides that, I don't think I can die. So good luck.
Yeah, it's true.
I've seen no evidence so far that I am capable of death. So
Nothing has killed you yet, which means that it must not be possible.
historically, the odds are looking great.
Yeah. And Taylor will be joining us very soon, which I'm sure will help everyone to breathe a sigh of relief as Enola, our team medic, has a tendency to keep you all alive and to make enemies' lives very difficult. But I guess that just leaves me. Of course, I'm Andrew, our storyteller for tonight's game and for most games around here. You can always find me here in the Lost Caravan, as well as sometimes in guest appearances on places like High Shelf Collective or Neon Lights Roleplay. But I think that's about all that we can stall. Music here for us. Last time on Fatal Ascension, not only had we made it to hell, but we actually faced down death in his home terrain, surrounded by legions of his minions. We did have some help, a alternate reality version of individuals that took your place in this journey in their world met up with you. That is so loud, I'm so sorry. Wait now. Hopefully that's better. And it may have been a little bit of a shocker at first, but these alternate versions of your loved ones did seem to have some semblance of the individuals you remembered, even if they were slightly different from a hardened warrior version of Zarya. That's not her name. God. Bird friend.
Close. Yeah, Zariel, right?
Zariel. I playing too much Overwatch. Or a kinder, more loving version of Echo's father. Or,
The good kind, the cool kind. Who knew I just had to die to bring that out of him?
Or the, sole survivor, burnt out warrior that is Cadence's sister. Or the last of the bloodline of Sprout's aunt. All individuals that were seemingly willing to come here to die for the cause. And as far as they can tell, as far as the conversations we had, there's just this mutual understanding that none of them may walk out of here. None of you may walk out of here, for all we know. And yet, we face down death. Your companions keeping the hordes of undead off of you, while you faced down death, managing to land that killing blow only for the body to deteriorate into this ichor, seeping into the ground, where a massive skeletal figure popped out in return, pulling itself up out of super hell and getting ready to finish what death could not. Trying to buy Taylor so much time. But yeah, as Ophe was taming Death's pale horse, and it disintegrated from under you, you have started to plummet. Cadence and Echo, currently face to face with this massive skeletal figure, having just had a brief moment to recover, a few seconds to catch your breath before it rose back up from the depths. But that's not where I want to start. I want to start Oh, sorry, that music better readjust my volume. Sprout. You split off from the rest of the fight to go and find Mara. Still chained, suspended above the ground, body heavily battered and bruised and bloodied. It wasn't until you got that smile from across the battlefield that you knew that she was even still alive. As you come sprinting up, what do you like to do?
I assume that there's some sort of chains or something.
Around both wrists, keeping the arm suspended in the air.
I would like to, before do anything else, cut those chains.
Yeah, easily. A splinter more than cut, just from the rage, from the force of just of emotion, and Mara would collapse.
I will go to her side. And kind of just, for lack of a better term, scoop her into a hug.
It's almost a heart-stopping moment for a second. There is no movement to return the hug. But then you feel the arms twitch, and painfully an arm is thrown up around your shoulder. I knew you'd find me.
Well, I'm a little more stubborn than most, so...
Oh, I know it.
Where am I in relation? Do I see that Hell Incarnate has dragged itself up?
Absolutely.
Cool, of course I do. Listen, I don't know how much time we have, and you're not in any shape to fight, and I can't bring you out to the battlefield. Is there any kind of like shelter, anything that I could just like place her under that will keep her covered?
I mean, there are those like jagged obsidian pillars kind of scattered around the battlefield.
Yeah, but ideally not something so scary, Hoop. I feel bad. Um. hmm. I feel like I feel like every step I do is gonna be the wrong choice. I'm so afraid. Um, I will carry her. I can't imagine that she can walk. I don't ask if she can walk. I just scoop her,
Mhm.
and I will carry her over to one of those and set her down.
Don't forget about me now.
Trust me, you make that very, very difficult. And I'm going to try and think to her.
Mhm.
I'm gonna come back for you.
She'll reach up and like kind of grab around the neck piece of your armor, trying to pull you down, but has nowhere near enough strength to do so.
I'm just gonna tilt her head and give her a kiss on the forehead.
Missed you.
Yeah. There's somebody you're gonna have to meet when all this is said and done.
Well, when we all survive, I'm looking forward to it.
Great, great. I can't wait to introduce you to my boyfriend, and I'm slowly backing away, moving back toward the fight.
Just go to take a moment, take a deep breath, hold out a hand towards you, and what may very well be some of the last bits of magic that she has available, just let a rush of darkness come pouring out, hit the ground, and expand into a massive canine-like creature.
Sprout. This is all Sprout and not Kian at all ever. Just says, I have a puppy. I'm gonna walk up to the canine and look over at Mara. She's still somewhat coherent, somewhat alive.
A little.
Okay. Are you sure you don't need this here?
No, you know more than I do.
Okay then. I'll be back. Try not to wander too far, you know.
Oh, very funny.
Plenty of places to go and all that in hell. Is the dog big enough for me to climb onto?
The dog could carry probably you and two other people.
I climb onto my trusty steed.
Very much Maro from Princess Mononoke.
Yes.
I climb onto my trusty steed and oh god, the only name that's coming to mind right now is Rupert. So I will say onward, Rupert.
You get all of the canine side eye, the lupine side eye. No, that's foxes. It is canine. Yeah, I was right.
Canine.
All the canine side eye, and then takes off towards the fight. Enola, hello, welcome. Hi, Taylor. We're happy you could join us.
Hi, I'm physically here.
Physically, yes. Mentally, physically,
No,
yes.
those preteens have already broke me. There's no mental left.
Well, if we can just jump over to you for a moment.
Yes.
While-
I'll keep it on lipstick, but yes.
While you opened the rift to let the others enter hell and stayed behind to make sure that nothing could close it forever, that you were still here when they needed an emergency exfil, you had maybe an hour-ish of sitting and waiting, wondering what they were doing before your own version of hell erupted. Creatures started just ripping themselves out of the walls, out of the floor, all trying to swarm you and this. thankfully, you have an ancient fire dragon by your side to help you hold it. Even that wasn't enough to stop you from feeling like at any moment this portal could go down. Feeling like your friends and companions might lose their one way home. As Ignisareth just lets out another belch of flame, covering this entire beautiful monastery now in scorch marks. He just turns back to look at you. Go, get them. You are muted.
Nola's stunned into silence.
Well, great time.
That would be two.
Lollygaggers, thank you so much for the raid.
Hello, Raiders.
Thank you for sharing your amazing community with us. Maybe a quick shout out. Tonight is our season finale of our Fabula Ultima game, where we are fighting Phase 2 of Death Incarnate. And we'll have to come back to Enola because tech gremlins are refusing to cooperate tonight. But for the rest of you, a portal is ripped open between Cadence and, well, basically just centered around where each of you are starting to gather. And you can see the monastery. You can see Ignisareth fighting off hordes of unending minions. And you see Enola standing there looking exhausted, magic reaching that point of depletion, and is basically pushed through to join you all. Make sure that you get home. I'm gonna pass it back to all of you. As death rises in front of you. What would you like to
I'm
do?
gonna offer a handout to Enola and say, "Hey, welcome." Stunned in silence. Echo will help Enola up and would chug a potion as an
Yeah.
action.
Yeah. If any of you want to take any potions, I'll give you a round before I kick up the boss music.
Question, yes.
Oh my god, it's literally the same microphone settings and everything. I turned them on and off 17 fucking times.
Technology, everyone.
Yes, Enola, you are basically shoved through
Yeah.
by your fire dragon companion and up to your feet.
Beautiful. I think she feels like I do, frazzled and probably crying a little bit. Just so much is happening.
How many IP do you have left? I assume full.
I assume full. 6.
Would you mark off 3?
It says 6 plus other. What's the other? Should I?
If you take certain classes, you get extra IP.
Gotcha.
Would you mark off 3 just to refill your MP from all of the spells you've been casting through the portals to help them? Also, hello, Charmed Fantasy. Holy wow, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for sharing community with us. We're playing the finale of our Fabula Ultima game, Fatal Ascension. We're fighting death in Phase 2 because it's a JRPG, and of course, the boss has to have a Phase 2. I'm so excited. I wrote this boss so long ago. Now we actually get to be here. All right, team. Why don't we roll initiative?
Can't we just talk this out?
Can we just be friends?
Oh,
Can we
sure.
just,
Mr.
could we just be
Mr.
chill?
Giant,
Yeah, totally.
Mr. Giant. thing.
Can I also just be like super chill and maybe remind me how.
Dexterity plus insight.
Oh yeah, it's for the
Serious,
people.
okay.
I don't.
It's for those at home playing
Yeah.
along with us,
No.
obviously.
For all the
Yeah.
new people, when you enter combat, everyone rolls their dexterity die plus their insight die, and you add them together, and that is your initiative score. Minus, of course, any penalties you have for wearing heavy armor.
Fun fact, a silk shirt counts as heavy enough to have a negative initiative modifier, which is something that I regret every day of my life.
Anyone got
dexterity and
anyone got a 20 or higher?
Insight.
15 to 20?
is it dexterity and what?
Insight.
Thank you.
No one 15 to 20?
I did.
16.
I got 15.
16. Fabula at the top. I don't know that that's ever happened.
I don't think so either. I rolled top on both my D10 and D6.
Enola gets shoved straight into the fight.
Cadence going second. We never see that.
We probably won't.
I mean, I'll still go first.
You still go
but-
first, no matter what.
It's still both
It's the principle of the thing.
Yeah.
10 to 15.
18.
You have
Sorry.
18?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got full
you're
marks.
first.
for both.
Oh shit, dog.
Good, because I'm gonna drink potions.
Sprout, what were you?
10.
10. And unfortunately, to no one's surprise,
I spent the whole round falling out of the sky. That's an 8.
well, at least we are all on brand here tonight.
Nothing if not
And
consistent.
our big bad here, actually, gonna go fairly low in initiative, surprisingly.
We'll see how much it matters.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we got this, guys. It's gonna be great.
He's so good.
Sorry, I forgot I'm falling out of the sky. We got this, y'all.
Okay. Let's do this. Tippy top of initiative, Echo. Help Enola to her feet. Stare up at this thing. What would you like to do?
How much IP do I need to mark off to be full HP and full MP again?
Well, it would be 3 IP and an action to drink a potion both times. So total of 6, total of 2 actions. And you gain 50 HP and 50 MP.
Okay.
Which would you like to do first for this round?
I would like to take a potion to get 50 HP in first.
Got it. Quickly chug in one of those many potions that you save through the
Yep.
entire game up until the boss fight.
Of course, that's the whole point of it, and I'm gonna use it all up right now.
All right. Enola, you were actually up second before the boss gets to go. Oh no, sorry. Cadence, I'm so sorry. It's been like 3 months since we've played. I'm sorry. Please, our time assassin. Please do shenanigans.
Remind me, when this thing was attacking last time, do we know what stats it was attacking with? I feel like we had most of that information, like weaknesses and
Might and
stats.
willpower
Yeah.
mostly.
Okay. I am going to high speed go first, as per usual. But instead of a straight out attack, I'm going to do the hinder action, which I believe is a difficulty level 10, which I blow past. You said might and willpower, then I would like to, I can do weak, right? I'm trying to remember how to play this game. I can do weak. Yeah, so Cadence the image of her kind of stutters as she phases out of time and appears next to one of the bones of the skeleton and rams her palm into the side of it, and the time-related runes that we've seen with her glow suddenly on this skeleton and shift, and I'm going to inflict weaken on it to start a combat.
Now, I have to ask, is this against the main body of this massive skeleton or against either of the arms? Because these are 3 different targets.
I don't
Where's
like
the like
that question.
glowing? Where's like the little glowing indicators? That's what we're going for.
I'm gonna go
actually turned hitbox
dominant
on.
hand. Whatever hand it looks like it's dominant with, that's the one I'm going for.
Well, Andrew is right-handed, so right-hand it is. Right hand
Okay.
is now weak.
Somebody jot that down. Hoop's the final boss.
Got it. Anything else with your high-speed action, or is that it?
No, it's not a full turn. I just get that action.
Okay. Then that brings us now to Enola.
Hello. I can't find in the book what any of these things do, and I don't remember what does slow and weak affect.
Slow
Like,
drops
which
the
ones?
dexterity die, and weak drops the might die.
That makes sense. Does he seem pretty mighty?
Very much so. The arms do at least.
Cool, then we're gonna target. Oh, it says up to 3 creatures. Can I target all 3 pieces?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, we're gonna weaken all of that, please.
Ow.
With torpor, you smother the soul energy coursing through the bodies of your foes, hindering their movements. Choose slow or weak. I'm choosing weak. You inflict the chosen status effect to each target hit by the spell.
I assume that is willpower plus 8.
I would assume.
It is a spiritualist spell. I assume that your magic is insight plus willpower. Yep, insight plus willpower. Yeah. All right, let's roll for the right arm, the left arm, and then him.
Cool. So 16 first. So I'm going to say
Absolutely.
whichever arm you said first.
Yep, right arm absolutely hits.
That one is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for
13
him.
against the against him. 13.
Sure.
Absolutely hits. Yeah.
Okay. And then the last one, I threw it in my lap. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to the other arm.
Yeah. And these are all weak or slow.
Yeah, well, a little weak. They
Weak.
seem.
No.
He seems big and scary. So let's
Every
make
part
him
of
not.
him is now. We'll see if we can't clear some of those.
No, thank you. And then I just want to kind of move so we're not necessarily all huddled together for some sort of AoE because this is a JRPG. I'm scared of those things.
So you're just gonna start doing your idle animation just like 10 feet to the right.
Yeah. Clutching my dagger and the shield, trying to get real shadowy.
Absolutely. All right. Then that is going to bring us to the first of the boss's turns. The skeletal form is going to reel back and start just shaking itself violently, causing bone fragments to start scattering across the area. And I mean, 2 of you have attacked it so far. It's multi-2. Might as well go for both of you. So Cadence and Enola, he's going to try to hit you with the splintering bones, which is Dex plus Might.
Oh, thank you.
And Might is now reduced down by 1. Thank you very much. Cadence, 2 plus a 7 plus a 5 for a total of 2 plus 9, 14 total.
That does just hit me, but also triggers counterattack.
Okay. You are going to
So when the
take
shards.
17 points of ice damage.
Oof. Okay. And as one of the shards comes down on her, you see her slide to the right and kind of disappear and reappear in the air, stabbing into the arm of the skeleton. That is... I can do math. That is 16 to hit.
Hits by a lot.
Okay.
It's not hard to hit.
It has one status effect. That's 6. It's counterattack, so high roll is counted as 0. That's 10, 16. 16 light damage.
Got it. Now I realize I need to recheck all of its distances. An interesting choice on my part. Not weak or resist at the moment, but it just takes normal damage.
Interesting.
Yeah. Blame past me. Interesting choice, me. Anyways, yes. Onto Enola. Is a 4 plus a 6 for 10 plus 5 is 15. That gets your evasion. Or your defense.
Defense. Yeah. I think that beats a 7.
Just a little. That is 15 points of ice damage.
Ow.
And that's it. Over to Cadence.
Oh, hey, that's me. Sorry, I have to remind myself each time breach because they changed it. And I hate how it has actual equations in it now. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. As she comes down on the counterattack, she's gonna kick off up higher up the arm and come down on the shoulder, and I'm going to breach on a normal attack.
Onto the same arm?
Onto the same arm I've been hitting, yes. The right arm, specifically. So main attack is trying to remember to add all of my bonuses for once in this campaign. 14 to hit.
Beats it by a lot.
Okay. And that is math. It has one status effect.
Yep.
$43 points of light damage.
Okay. Now I have to check the limbs because they have different. So that is 86 points of light damage.
She stabs in, pulls it out, twirls, and comes back around for the breach. That is a 12 to hit.
12 hits by a lot.
That's going to be so much math. 31 points of light damage.
For 62. There's 148 points of damage done to the right arm.
How's the right arm look?
It's in crisis. That's for sure.
Oh, good. Now we see her kind of sliding down it with the blade in the bone towards the ground.
Because it has now entered crisis, the entire limb is going to burst into flames. It is now a flaming giant skeletal limb. Everything's fine. You got this. I believe in you. Anything else?
No, Cadence will land next to Echo, staring up at this fire. That is really unfair.
Come on. All right. That brings us back to the big guy. Clearly, the bone shards didn't work. So we are going to use some permafrost breath on Cadence because we can't have you doing that to our limbs anymore. This is willpower plus insight, which neither of those affected by its condition.
Just as we're doing it, we picked a bonus to go into this fight with, and I don't remember exactly which one we picked. Does anybody remember? We got a
I remember fire.
I believe it's a resistance to poison.
I thought it was.
Or no, is that?
fire.
It might be fire. That
I
might
think it's
be
resistance to
something
fire.
that I think the poison resistance is something that I picked up on the way. That might just be an OP thing. Sorry.
Okay,
I
resistance.
do
picked
remember
it.
that fire thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Cadence, that is an 8 plus a 6 plus 5 for 19 against your magic defense.
Yes. Yes, a 19 against magic would hit. It hits all of us.
That is 29 points of ice damage.
Oof.
You suffer the slow status effect.
Oh, fun. Do we have... I don't remember if we have our camp activities or not.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
Okay, then I will have that with Daydream.
Okay. It's down to 14.
That keeps me alive at least.
Yeah. Well, that is it's done with its permafrost breath. And we're going to jump down to Sprout. Puppy steed in tow.
Am I on the battlefield or am I still making my way yonder?
You
with
are,
Rupert?
especially with the speed at which your mount can move. Yeah, you can
Okay.
zip across the battlefield.
Okay. I absolutely do like a standing launch off of Rupert to land 3-pointer superhero pose on the ground. And I'm gonna pull out the Inferno's Embrace, my heavy bow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll might and dex for that. The d10 and a d8. For a 17. I am targeting.
Absolutely.
Okay, I am targeting specifically the chest. Oh shit. Is it might? I roll. Yes, that's 24 points of fire damage. Does I get reduced on the chest?
Fire damage. It does.
Okay, that's fine.
Do 12.
I have one more test to do.
Our boon ignores fire resistance.
Never mind. 24.
Oh, that's good to know. I thought it gave us fire resistance.
It does. And then the damage we deal
Ignores.
Can
Delightful. Okay. Oh, I'm an idiot. We only get one action. That's right.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
But you also, I believe, you get to target another enemy within the scene and deal some fire damage to them.
I do. I get to do an ongoing, or not ongoing. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Hold on. I don't have the thing up. I want to say 7. 7 is the damage in my head. But it is also fire damage. So I'm going to deal 7 damage until I can pull up the thing to the hand that's not on fire.
You got it.
And I will pull up the thing and I will have that for the rest of the fight. But that is my turn.
Alrighty then.
Does my dog get to go?
Oh, he does. Yes, thank you. He's gonna go take a
Rupert.
shadow the fight. Of course, but that's up. Bubby, where are you? There we are. Demons. Shadow Howler. D10 plus a D8. Oh, there's my D10. D10 plus D8. 9 plus anything. 9 plus 1, 10. Absolutely hits. It is high roll plus 15. That is 22 points of fire damage to that same arm that you just shot. The immediate point of impact is followed by just a blur of shadow and then Fang sinking down into it before it shook off and just dissipates into shadow and then lands back on the ground next to you. Alrighty then. That brings us to the boss's third and final turn. I think we gotta go with the Vicious Claw into Sprout. We can't let you just join the battlefield untouched.
That's valid.
D8 plus a D8. Oh no. We're gonna spend a Ultima point to go ahead and clear that weak from our body. Then we're up to a D10 plus a D8. Hit you.
Well, that was really expensive. Don't do that.
11, 16 against your defense.
Yeah, that hit.
And that will be 27 points of physical damage.
Ooh. 27? God. Okay.
But it's just physical, no condition.
What a treat. Thank you for this
Can I
gift you have
spend a
given me.
Fabula point for him to not clear any of that?
Next charity run, we'll have anti-villain points where people can cancel villain points.
Yes.
But yeah, that's its third and final turn. Now we're over to Ophi.
That's me. I will finish falling out of the sky as a free action. I think the intent was to sort of like go help the masses that I think were still fighting something else. But then, oh god, giant Home Depot skeleton. So we're gonna heal turn on that one. And I believe so. I picked up something upon leveling. But I already did the action that would let me apply that to my person. Would you like me to do that to spend the action again
No,
to do
you're
that?
fine.
Or
No,
can
you're
that
fine.
be as the cool anime power up part of leveling up?
No, you're absolutely fine.
Okay, sick. I'm gonna hit this thing.
He's
So
been
hard.
streaming for 3 episodes and is finally powered up and ready to go.
It's true. I was on fire for I think most of last episode, so it's only fitting. Yeah, so I think because I'm already on fire and I already have the massive wings, so I think Ophi crashes to the ground like the worst comet in existence and pulls herself up and just starts stalking towards this thing, pissed. And the wings flare open. And the big sort of feathers that are at the bottom, because her wings are made of metal, she goes to cross the wings, and some of the big ones, the big feathers at the bottom, fly off and go to hit this thing. Because now I have multi-attack 3. So I would like one of those to go towards each of these motherfuckers. And because it comes off of my person, rules as written, those count as unarmed attacks. So they multi-applies.
I love it.
Let me remember, how do I hit in this game?
Typically, it's either insight plus dex or might plus dex.
Yes, mine are insight dex. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Oh, one of those is a 9.
That hits.
Oh shit.
We'll do left
And I
arm
roll
first, right arm, and then the body.
Cool. That is a 14.
Hits by a lot.
And that is, can I do math? That's a 13.
All three definitely
so I
hit.
believe. That is currently high roll plus 8. So the first one is. Oh, I should have been writing these down. Doing math in your head is hard, guys. What did I roll for the first one? It's a 9. It was a 4 and a 5, so that would be 5 plus 8 is 13 for the first one, and then 18 for the second one.
What type of damage?
Fire, obviously.
Yeah. We don't care about the resistance.
I'm flaming hoop.
And what was the last one?
That's gonna end up clipped. And the last one is 15.
15. Love it.
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's all I'm legally allowed to do.
Okay. The hand that is now flaming, it was gonna do something different, but now, since it's on fire, I think it's just gonna slam down with the good old Gatebreaker fist attack. Okay, we're gonna spend another Ultima point to go ahead and get rid of that weak. And we're just
Well, this thing has
D12.
4 actions in a round.
The
You
body,
said third and final last time.
the body gets 3, and then each of the limbs get 1.
Oh, we're fucked.
It's
Suddenly,
just
that
gonna,
multi 3 doesn't seem so cool.
Like I'm level 11. I don't honestly have like a ton. Am I gonna die?
No. You're fine.
Yeah.
I am, though.
OP.
Yeah.
D12 plus a D12, 5, plus a 5, plus a 5, so 15 to hit your defense.
No. I mean, like, yeah, I'm fucked.
That's just 15 points of physical damage. Or sorry, 15 points of fire damage.
Which we're resistant to now?
You are. So 7 points of fire damage.
Still hurts. Still hurts.
It does.
It's gonna sting a little bit.
Well, that's that limb done. The other limb is going to raise up into the air, and it's going to charge a big ol' slam down next turn. But that is the end of round 1. You all hear a cry of pain coming from where your companions are holding off the horde. They are being pushed back further and further. You have limited amount of time to finish this thing. That brings us back to the top, back to Echo.
Cool. I have a plan. Seeing Cadence get attacked here and looking a little weak, I'm going to use my action called Encourage, but basically I'm going to spend some mind points to heal Cadence here. 4 times 5 hit points there. So you get that. And the thing that I'm shouting to encourage Cadence here to increase her hit points is, all right, babe, so the color of the wedding has to be like pink and blue, like pink and orange, because those are the colors that you can see underwater. Now, I'm not going to presume that you want our wedding to be underwater. I'm just saying that these are the best ones that would look good. So you really have to survive, because I need your help to plan our wedding. And that's what I'm going to be shouting at Cadence here.
Yeah, Cadence, I think, is like down on a knee, kind of shield at her side, Starshine stabbed into the ground, holding herself up, and glances back at Echo with first a confused look that turns into amusement, and gives him a smile and pushes herself back up.
Also, by love, you get to choose dexterity, insight, might, or willpower, one of them, to increase your die size.
That's absolutely going to be dexterity.
Quick question to Hoop. Just because I know I've missed a couple episodes, but like the last one I was in, we stopped with me and Echo having like a little chat. Could we have done like a camp activity at that point in time?
As
I
much
don't remember.
of
Just
a dick as it's going to make me sound like, they had time for a camp activity. You have not.
where the fuck was I?
You have been fighting alongside Ignis Aerith the entire time, keeping that portal open.
I'm sorry. Everyone came in here and took a camp in fucking hell while I was fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you guys.
Thank you for your service.
You're really cool.
Wow.
It's a thankless
But Enola
job,
doesn't
truly.
know that.
Braver than any U.S.
No,
Marine,
but
honestly.
she could feel it. Y'all look a little too spry.
Don't
Ophi
worry,
pulls
I'll
a
shout
monster out of her chassis and chucks it over to Enola. In solidarity.
Sprout still has a little mustard from the picnic.
There was a picnic? I nearly died with your boyfriend and you were having mustard on sandwiches?
I was trying to save my girlfriend. I needed some energy.
Wow.
All right. Enola.
We saved you one.
Well, I was gonna heal people, but I don't fucking think I'm going to anymore. No, but how is everybody looking?
A bit better, thanks to Echo. Actually, much better, thanks to Echo.
I'm a
they
little
don't
sad, but I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty all right for the moment. I could use some IP, but I don't think we're gonna find that here. So
I have slow on me, which is kind of annoying. But
I can only do one spell a turn, huh? Is that how this game works?
Yeah.
Okay. We need Cadence up to speed because they're truly the tank. So I'm going to cast Cleanse on
tank's a
Cadence.
funny word.
And I guess damage dealing.
Same thing.
Recovers from all status effects.
How dare you, Vector Diaz?
Look, you cleansed my. So
Fine.
Enola had raised my die size as well. Is that still in effect? That's still in effect, right?
Yep.
Cool. My dex is now at a D12.
nice.
Oh, from the previous scene. That would have faded.
Okay. I'm just.
How did I do that? I don't remember how I
Don't
did that. Can I do that again?
Great question. I will have to look through your spells. That's your turn.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to the first of the main body attacks. And we are going to cast a Ventus for 30 MP cost. We are going to target... let's target Echo, Sprout, and Cadence. Why not? That is insight. plus
Minding my
willpower.
own business, thinking about my wedding plans, and you attack
know.
me? Rude.
Awful. Echo, let's start with
On
you.
this, the day of my wedding planning.
That's 11.
This day.
16 to hit your magic defense. I assume
On who?
Echo.
What was that again?
16 against your magic defense.
Sure, of course.
It would be weird if it didn't.
Are you rolling?
You're like,
two
where'd
dice
you get
for
all
this?
that?
Are you rolling 2 dice for this hoop?
Mhm.
Is it still a +5?
Mhm.
You literally don't have to roll for me. As long as even if you roll double ones, you will still hit my magic defense.
Well, Echo, that is 30 points of air damage to you.
Oh,
Okie dokie.
Against
30 points.
Yeah. Against Cadence, that's 3, 7, 15 against your magic defense.
Of course. And I'm remembering I have the shield, so I can't take status effects. So
that's true.
we wasted Enola's spell. I'm sorry. I forgot I had the shield.
Y'all took a nap, wasting my spells. I'm really feeling not appreciated anymore here, guys.
We're gonna get you a mug that says "World's Best Enola" to make up for it.
That's 27 points of air damage. And Sprout.
Legitimately don't have to roll who.
I had to roll just to
I'm
see what the high roll was,
Oh, okay, fair.
which is total of 29 points of air damage.
Hey, Enola, remember when you asked us how we were doing?
Yeah, can I at least take my MP back?
Not great.
Yes, you did not have to cast that spell.
Cool, sweet.
Yeah, I'm also not looking great.
I'm like way lower than single digits, not great.
Well, yeah, that's it. We're over to Cadence.
Cool. Just checking something because I have to change my plans because I am not keen to answer your question. Not great. I just saw it in chat. But I am going to do an inventory action. I'm going to spend 3 to heal, but I'm going to attach breach to that action.
Okay.
So I am going to heal, but I still get a free attack out of it.
Got it.
And I am at D10s. Starshine. That is very good. That is an 18. That's double nines. That is an 19. Because Starshine is +1. 19 to hit.
You beat its defense of 8.
Cool. I also get an opportunity.
Do.
Do we have a clock going?
We don't.
Okay. I am going to... The arm that I'm attacking, does it have... Was it the one that cleared? Or was it another part of it that cleared conditions?
The other one cleared. It's weak.
Okay. The one that I am attacking, I'm going to give it Shaken as an opportunity for 2 status effects.
You got it.
And then this will do... So much math. $42 points of light damage
Against the same one, right?
against the same one. Yeah.
That is 84. Now I need to do math. That arm is not looking great.
See Cadence kind of appear behind it, throwing down an empty potion bottle and stabbing up into the elbow of this arm. And that's my turn.
Okie dokie. It doesn't like that. It's not a big fan. We are going to Vicious Claw to Cadence.
Ooh.
Smite. That is a 14. What's your defense?
That just hits me, but it also it activates counterattack.
That'll be 29 points of physical damage.
Ow. That definitely hits. That'll be 30 points of light damage back to it.
To the body, which is just 30.
Okay.
That's its turn done. And means we're down to Sprout.
I forgot. Can I do my study action?
Oh yeah.
I get it for free when I lose
course.
HP. Study is insight.
I believe
Does that
so.
sound right? It is a 9.
A 9.
It's useless to me, I think.
The action. There it is. On a 7, 8, or 9, you get a subtle hint, useful but broad. Is there something that you are looking to ascertain?
Is there a, like, in JRPG fashion, when you go into like a button spam moment and it reveals like a hidden core? Is there like a hidden core thing that we should be targeting?
Not yet.
Okay. I don't like that, but okay. I am going to use some IP to heal myself up from 4 points of HP.
Why,
It's a 54.
For 4?
From 4. I was at
from
4 HP.
Gotcha.
No, not 4-4. That would be terrible.
Terrible exchange.
And that's my fucking turn. The dog's gonna go, but I certainly am not.
It is going to try to bite the body. And roll a 5, 6. Unfortunately, it will miss. First missed attack so far. But it's just free damage, so we can't complain too much. After you is its third and final turn. We gotta iceberg this healer. We can't be having these heals going about.
I've done nothing.
We can't let these heals.
One of my 2 spells didn't actually happen.
I don't think that this thing knows that Enola's a healer yet.
Yeah, this thing has not seen
even-
Enola
This thing has
heal.
no evidence to see that they're capable of healing.
Other than the entire first stage of this fight, where Enola is casting healing
doesn't
spells
count.
through
Taylor
the
She wasn't
portal.
even here. Enola wasn't here.
That
She was
was you.
casting from
That
the
wasn't
other
Taylor.
side of the portal. So again, never
You know,
saw Enola.
fair enough. We'll throw this into Ophi.
But no,
then.
you should still hit me though, because I'm actually probably doing better than everybody else.
No,
Why are
it's
we arguing
fine.
against
We'll
this?
just hit
Come
Ophi.
back. No, it's fine. Hit me again. It's fine.
Insight plus willpower. I will throw this into Enola.
Okay.
5, 13, 18 total.
Yeah.
For 38 points of ice damage, which ignores resistance.
Why would I even
Man.
have resistance?
Can this boss even miss us? I am becoming very skeptical that this boss can even miss us.
If any of you have a defense or magic defense around 7 or 8, no, it cannot. In fact, if you have a if you have a defense or magic defense lower than 8, it can't miss you.
That's well. That's a possibility, right?
Yeah.
To be missed. Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool.
That's it. Its turn is done. It has now burned through 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. It has burned through 80 mana.
Oh, I just did the wrong
Crazy.
friggin- How much damage was that again?
39.
I am not looking.
That's it. Its turn is done. That brings us over to Ophi.
I didn't think I'd make it this far. I think I'm just gonna keep. I mean, this thing keeps attacking my friends. I'm just gonna keep wailing on it.
Yeah.
Just real quick question.
Is there?
Like, you know how to heal? Still heal, right? I
I'm
don't remember how that works.
I'm sorry. I'm no longer taking questions. I'm
I'm just
I
at 1
think-
HP. That's all. That's all.
No, so I used it that one time, and then you haven't been here to teach me how to do it again.
Oh yeah, y'all picnicked without me.
I'm sorry, you weren't here to
I'm not
picnic.
mad
You
at
would
you,
have
I'm
had to
mad
be
at who?
here to. That's fair.
The
You had to be here to teach me the thing.
right arm looks like it is ready to break at any moment.
Relatable content. I think I'm gonna try to hit this thing a bunch.
Love to hear it.
And hope that I don't need to heal anything. Because I'm not good with that. Yeah, I think it's the same move. Or very similar to it, unless when I'm resistant to fire. Is it gonna hurt me to touch this thing physically?
No.
I'm made of metal. I'm probably fine, right?
You're fine.
Yeah. I wanna climb up this thing.
The arm?
Well, ideally, I want to get on top of the tallest part of it. I want to be out of range of it trying to hit me.
Okay.
Or at the very least, I want to annoy it into trying to hit me instead of trying to hit other people. So I think Ophi's move is to shoot up from the ground and try to land on top of whatever the highest point of this thing is, and then hit it from up there.
The arm or the main body?
Whichever's taller.
The main
can
body's
hit all
taller
of them.
because of the head. But
Yeah, I want to get on his head.
the
I want to
right
get on his
arm
noggin.
is legitimately very, very low.
I can hit all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
But in the process, I think what this looks like is Ophi taking those metal feathers, like climbing pikes, and just up the arm and then up the torso, and just wailing on it and doing damage and trying to get as tall as possible. I want to be bothersome. I want this thing to start hitting me and not these guys. So we'll see if that happens. Oh, that's an 8.
Hits?
That's a 7.
7 points of damage?
No, that's a 7 to hit the next thing.
Oh.
Because it's multi-3, baby. I hit all the things.
You were going to miss the other arm, however.
That's fine. That makes sense. I'm climbing up one, getting up to the torso. I
For sure.
tried to chuck one. It missed. It's fine. And then the other one is a 15.
Yeah, for sure hits.
So that's 11 points of damage to the first arm, and then trying to do math here real quick. 16, I think. Yes, 16 to the torso. And because I forgot this last time, everything that I hit for more than 15 points should also take dazed.
Got it. The right arm is destroyed. Shatters to
Get
pieces.
dunked on.
That just leaves the torso and the left arm.
And the torso is dazed.
Dazed. The left arm, however, has spent its entire last turn raising up above the battlefield so that it could slam down. And it is going to attack all of you.
Cannot stress this enough. I'm not on the ground. Cannot stress this enough.
Everyone.
You are technically flying. Everyone but Ophi.
I'm not flying. I'm sitting on this thing's head. So if it wants to hit me, it has to hit itself.
Through technical game mechanics, unless you're flying, actually flying, it can hit you.
It can try.
Hey, sure gonna try.
My goal is to lure its hits. So that means that I am hittable. I will take it.
It's a D6 and D8, so I'm just gonna go down the line. Cadence, that is a 9 against your defense.
That actually misses.
Sprout, that is a 7, 8. That's a 9 against your defense.
That misses me too.
Echo, much higher. 17 against your defense.
Well, no, that hits me. That's great.
I should probably add the damage. Probably move on. Rolling. 25 points of 15 points of physical damage.
All right, I'm still alive.
Good. OP. Double natural ones, doesn't matter.
I believe is the technical term.
And Enola. For 5, 6, 7 against your defense.
My defense is 7.
Going to hit you for 12 points of physical damage.
I'm dead. I had 1 HP.
Enola hits the ground, dropping. But as we have done in the previous fight, if one of you can get there before Enola's turn passes again, you can revive them. That is the end of the limb turns. That's going to bring us back to the top of the round. Back to Echo. Echo, looking back at your companions, you don't have very many turns left before you were going to start getting swarmed.
I'm going. If I go to Enola and do my encourage thing, is that enough to get her up?
Any healing at all, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm just gonna sort of like get to Enola and try to encourage Enola and be like, hey, you survived so long in the library. Plus, I really want you at our wedding. Do you think pink or blue is a better color for you? Pink, orange? What do you think would match your outfit better? And get 20 hit points. There you go. Right?
Chokes back to life. Orange, please. Orange.
Thanks. And then just writes that down in his head.
We have to call it pink because salmon is offensive there.
Yes. Those are our people. And plus,
Exactly.
salmon isn't actually pink. It's food coloring,
Exactly.
honestly. So, you know.
Enola, you're being ping-ponged back and forth between life and death, but you are standing.
Lord. Yeah, let's who's hurting? Who's hurting, everybody? Who could use 550? 50? All right, so me, an Echo, and Cadence are getting 50 HP, baby.
Got it. Now we officially can't let that continue, and that healer needs to go.
Leave me alone. I'm just a guy.
I'm just a
All right. I think that brings us to the first of his turns. I'm literally burning through his mana.
Can anybody attack mana?
Don't you dare.
Oh no, I can't even stay alive. I don't think so. I can only do status effects.
We are going to shake, letting out that bone fragment storm onto Ophi and Sprout. This Dex plus Might. Oh, Dazed. Dazed lowers something. Dazed lowers Insight.
Days lowers insight.
We're good. Sprout. 6, 7, 8, 13 against your defense.
Damn it. Yes, that hits.
And a 6 for the highest, so 16 points of physical damage.
Okay.
And Ophi,
Yeah.
5, 6, 11 against your defense.
Regular defense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Or 15 points of physical damage.
Physical?
Yep.
Nice. Oh,
Enola, sorry. I forgot to mention you can choose dexterity, insight, might, or willpower to increase your die.
Oh, inside, baby. Love it.
Alrighty then. Its turn done. Thankfully that didn't cost any MP. And that brings us over to Cadence.
Ooh, yeah. Now that I'm healed, Cadence kind of glances back and meets Echo's eyes, and then looks further past Echo, kind of at the line of our allies starting to fold. And she turns back, and those time glyphs appear below her feet as she kind of digs her heel in. And in very Homura from Madoka Magica style, we see her appearing, scaling up the rib cage of this skeleton. I'm going to attack and add breach to it.
Love it.
Dex is at a d10. D10s. That is an 18 on this first one to hit.
It's by a lot.
With a high of 10, so that's 20. How many status effects does this have?
Currently 2. I think it's the main body, correct? Or is this against the other limb?
No, we'll do this against the limb.
Because it is weak to light.
Okay.
It did matter. They both have 2.
Okay. That's 42 points of light damage.
84.
As she hops up and comes straight down into the shoulder joint, and kind of pushes off and spins and slashes. And I'm going to use my final camp activity to give multi 2 to this breach attack.
Love it.
I'm going to target both the arm and the chest in a wide swing. That is and these are separate rolls. So the first one's on the arm. That is a 13 to hit.
Beats a defensive 8.
So that's 40 points of light damage. And on the chest,
The left arm is now a blaze of fire.
understood. On the chest, that is an 11
Beats a defensive 8.
for 41 points of light damage.
Got it.
I think as she does this wide slash, kind of glances up and gives a smirk to Ophi, standing on this thing's head.
Love
and
it.
that is my turn.
Ophi waves.
All right. That is going to bring it back to its turn for its second go. And I think if we don't start using up this mana, we might die with it. So we are going to... We're going to Iceberg. An Iceberg Cadence. This is Insight plus Willpower. Not its best stats, but D6 and D8. Not bad. 6, 7, 8, 13 against your magic defense.
Yeah, 13 will hit me.
Which means that is going to be 36 points of ice damage, ignoring Wizard.
Holy shit.
A single
I'm still
target
up,
spells.
but just barely.
Alright. That head just starts to freeze over, just trapping Cadence's feet.
Wait, the ice thing was a spell?
Mhm.
Fuck. I thought he was actually shooting icicles, like, physically.
No, a spell. Was there something you could have
I
done?
could have reflected that. Yeah, I have my shield that reflects spells.
Oh yeah, when he blew
It's-
you up with ice. Yeah. Yeah. That
Yeah. Yeah. I thought he was physically throwing something at me since I hit my defense, not magical defense.
I will make sure that I specify what is a spell, what's not.
Perfect. Thank you.
But yeah, that's his second turn done. Over to Sprout.
Okay. I'm going to Shadow Strike. I get to roll my might die. If it doesn't decrease me to 0, which it don't, I can perform a free action. Oh, and I only rolled a 1, so it's only 1 HP off to perform a free. Oh, and I added it because I'm an idiot. There. I get to perform a free attack with a weapon that I have equipped. I'm gonna do that with my broad axe. So it's gonna be double might die. Ooh. Oh, that's double 8s. Is that advantage? Or
It's
does it
an
have
opportunity.
to? Yes. An opportunity, that one. Okay. That's gonna be that's 18 damage, but it becomes dark damage. So I don't know what Buddy Boy does with that.
18 points of dark damage is 36 points of damage.
Oh, pleasant surprise. Okay. I'm gonna take.
We're not in crisis yet.
I'll give advantage. No, wait, no. Oh wait. We have one arm and one body.
Mhm.
And do we get the sense is the body? Wait, he's shaking. What has the body been rolling with? Do we know?
A lot of insight, willpower, and might.
Okay, I'm gonna drop might.
Gonna give it weak.
Yes, I'm gonna give it the weak status. And since that was a free action, I'm gonna use my action now to attack with my heavy bow. Wait. That's only an 8 to hit.
8 hits.
Okay, good. That's 18 points of fire damage, and I was right. It's 7 points of fire damage to the additional target.
Hell yeah.
That's my turn.
Well, great news. Great news and less great news. The body is now entering crisis. Its bones start to crack and go brittle for a moment. And an aura of cold is going to just flood across the entire battlefield. At the same time as the other arm shatters and breaks off, both arms have been slain. But now,
Okay.
you are all under the effects of the Ira Borealis. While in crisis, the body is immune to status effects, and a supernatural blizzard affects everyone in the scene. All sources of fire damage do 5 less points of damage.
Hey, Hoop, I
My
just wanna
dog
talk.
objects to that.
As this thing just lets out this wail of pain, its bones expanding and cracking across its entire form. That's where we're going to take a quick break. Give everyone a chance to
Woohoo!
send me all their hate mail and all the fuck you hoops from our emojis, and then we'll come back as one big happy loving family, and they'll try not to die. Thank you, Taylor. We'll be back in just a few. And welcome back. Thank you, Captions, for capturing all of that. Where we had left off, both arms had been destroyed, the body was put into crisis, and it had exploded in an Ars Borealis ice storm-like effect, covering the entirety of the battlefield. And we have reached the... no, we have not, because we're midway through this round. Cadence, I believe you just went. Because you just... Oh no, Sprout just went.
Mhm.
Sprout's arrow put the body in crisis and finished off the arm. That's right. That means that it's third and final turn of the round, because it gets no arm attacks anymore. It is simply going to be to spend an ultimate point to recover 50 MP. And that's its turn done. Wolfie, over to you.
So you had said just a bit ago that the other team was holding the line, but it didn't look like they were holding on very strong. Is that correct? How, I don't know, how good of a gauge can I get? Can I see individual people that I would be looking for?
Oh yeah, very clearly.
Are there any of our, I'll say, alternate reality counterparts that I'm not seeing?
No, at the moment, no. You would see everybody. There are some
Okay.
that don't look like they're doing very well.
I hate that. But they can probably hang on another round then. That's
They're probably
fine. You see, you say that, but I'm sitting here with the knowledge of the vision that I saw last episode. So, it's probably fine. I'm just gonna hit this thing very, very hard and hope for the best, because I don't think I can heal anybody, unfortunately, as much as I would love to. I think I'm just made of knives at the moment. Yeah, and I don't know how effective multi-attack is going to be on this, because it's just the one guy, right?
Yep. Multi-attack, unfortunately, won't do anything anymore.
That's fine. I'm still going to hit it. And I think this is just jumping down towards the other shoulder that Cadence isn't on. Cadence got grabbed in ice, though, right? Is she okay? Is she still a free agent?
Still standing, but heavily bleeding.
Okay. Then Ophi's dropping down to the other shoulder, and making a lot of noise on purpose in doing so. And is going to take one of those wings, still on fire because she doesn't know better, and fling it open, where it'll morph sort of into a point and just jab sort of in that same joint that Cadence was going for, but on the opposite shoulder.
Got it.
And causing problems on purpose. This is where Ophi would shit talk, but she's really not the type. So I think she's just making noise. That's a 9 to hit.
That hits a defensive 8.
Cool. And that's going to be 15 points of fire damage.
So down to 10 points of fire damage. Got it. It definitely feels like the moment that attack goes out, and those flames are fighting just even to get through the air before they make impact. Very clearly, the weather is affecting any sort of fire damage.
I think Ophi make that clear and drop the fire. I think I can just do that as a free action.
Yeah.
Ophi is no longer on fire, and hopefully that telegraphs to the rest of the group.
Yeah, anyone who's focused on that point of attack would see it hit and barely leave a mark.
Yeah, and then Ophi is no longer flaming.
All right.
Like, that's probably a bad idea.
That brings us back to Echo. Top of the round.
Does anybody need?
Your allies are
Does
fully
anybody
getting
need
pushed
any-
back.
What was your question, Glyza?
Does anybody need any healing? I can only do one.
Over there.
All right. I don't know who you're pointing at.
Yeah, everyone has different layouts for their videos. So
Oh, I'm going off of
like-
the Twitch VOD.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
I
Are
think
we-
Cadence
are-
sees it.
Cadence, sweet. I thought you were raising your hands.
No.
There, Ophi, and I was like, I can only do one. I'm gonna just talk about how beautiful Cadence is gonna be at the wedding, and maybe I'm gonna invite my father if he survives, the cool one, the nice one, and I'm gonna tell Cadence how that will look at the wedding. And you may get 20 hit points back, and you can choose dexterity, insight, might, or willpower die to go up.
If it makes sense, you can also double that HP cadence from my camp activity. It's the only
Actually,
time you'll
yeah,
be
that
able to
would be
do that.
wonderful.
So
That would be wonderful.
I love it.
Cadence again kind of pushes herself up, standing strong, up on the shoulder of this thing.
Okay. Enola.
No one else
fine.
need more healing?
Everyone's
How
doing
we
so fine.
doing? We all so fine?
I'm just above.
I'm fine,
crisis.
actually.
Just
100%.
above. So I can heal. Would you rather?
Oh no, because your defense, what's your defense at already?
12.
Okay, yes, it's not gonna help. So I will send a heal over to Sprout, and I'm gonna use my little raven to half that MP cost.
Love it.
How much does that heal me for?
40.
Wonderful.
All right, that's your turn done.
Yeah, is there any way that like I can get to a space in which like this guy can't keep hitting me?
If you could fly.
You can come up here and hang out with us.
I don't have that ability, unfortunately. Go.
Well, on its turn, it's just going to be a silly, goofy little guy, and we're going to cast Max Glacies. We got to get rid of these support characters. Like, we can't just keep letting them heal up. We got to wipe them off. We got to get them out of the battlefield. So
The shielding. You said cast.
this is a spell.
All right. I don't know. We never wrote any rules on it. You just gave me a shield that says I can reflect spells back to the caster.
So this will be against Echo, Ophi, and Enola. Enola, after I make my attack against you, I'll have you roll your insight plus willpower. If you meet or beat mine,
and my insights.
you'll take half damage from the spell.
Cool.
So, Echo! Insight plus willpower. It is still suffering from the one that lowers willpower, right? Shaken? Not shaken.
Dazed.
Dazed.
Dazed lowers insight.
Dazed. Okay, so yeah.
Dazed and confused.
Yeah. Insight plus willpower against Echo. That's an opportunity. That's 12 double sixes, 17 against your magic defense.
It hits.
And you are going to be slow because it is an opportunity for 31 points of cold damage.
That's fine. That is fine.
Ophi,
Yep.
never mind. Enola,
No. Say it with your whole chest.
Oh, my D12. Okay.
it's double
Yes.
ones again.
Nice.
Enola. 6, 7, 12 against your magic defense.
Okay. My magic defense is 12.
So you will take 31 points of ice damage.
Okay, and I'm rolling just my
Insight
willpower,
plus
insight.
willpower. Trying to beat a 12.
Oh, that's so good. That's double nines, baby.
You take half.
So 18.
You take 15 points of damage.
Does that count for an opportunity since it's double dice?
It is not an action that you are performing.
Rip. Hold the shield up.
Yeah, saved you from a bunch of damage. That's its turn done. Cadence. It just called down multiple, like, ice meteors out of the sky, just bombarding your support backline, basically.
Yes, and hitting Echo, my fiance, pretty hard. I think there's a flash of rage on Cadence's face, and glyphs appear all around her in the air as she jumps up and slams down as hard as she can with Starshine into the shoulder of this thing. I'm going to breach.
Yeah.
Blowing through my MP, but that's okay.
It's 4.
So, how many status effects does this thing have?
Body has 2.
That's double tens for a 21.
beats at 8 by a lot.
Oh, also, real quick, Sprout, do you have any buns with me?
I do.
You also get healing for that. Hold on, I'll put it in chat.
Opportunity.
Like it's hurting.
I can't do advantage because I'm about to do another check, so that would just give it to me, and I don't need that. I will. Can I give it a status, or did you say it's?
It is now.
Can't get any more.
Oh, thank you. It is immune to status effects, so it has 0.
Okay.
I completely forgot. I should have been rolling higher dice. That's fine.
No, it was grandfathered in. It's fine.
I hit 2 out of the 3. I'm happy.
I'll do advantage then, which will be a +4 onto my next, but the rest of them don't really apply in this moment. So that is. So it doesn't have any status effects. That lowers my damage slightly.
I like 4.
That's 38 light damage.
Got it.
And that is an 11 to hit on the breach.
Yeah.
For 30. There's always so many numbers in Cadence's attack. 37 light damage.
Got it. It is hurting. She turns
drives. Yeah, is it in crisis?
It is in crisis.
Right, yeah. She drives down with a yell of anger, drives the blade down into it, and kind of pries out a chunk from the shoulder. And then it's my turn.
It doesn't like that. It is once again going to try to freeze itself and freeze you along with it in that massive iceberg spell. Willpower, and now I got all my big dice back. Conditions be damned. 7, 8, 9, 14 against your magic.
Yes.
7, that is 42 points of ice damage, ignoring resistance.
Holy shit. This is a spell or an attack?
Spell.
I cannot counterattack it. Great. I'm in single digits. I'm still up, but I'm in single digits. Thank you, Sprout and Echo, for getting me all the way up. Otherwise, I would be dead.
It's fine. Sprout, over to you.
Okay. One Trick Pony. I'm going to do the same with my might situation for Shadow Strike. If I can find my D10. That's 5 HP off. And then that means, hold on, what does that mean? This time I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do my free action with my heavy bow because I learned something last time. Might plus Dex, which is a D8. Ooh, so it's gonna be an 11 to hit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's gonna be 22 plus 2, so 24 plus 5, so 29 points of dark damage.
So 58 points of dark damage.
And since that was my free action, I'll use my broadaxe as my normal action. So that's going to be 20 to hit. I don't know what 6 plus 7 is because that math is always hard for me.
Higher than 8.
Because it doesn't divide by 10 easy. And that's going to be 17 points of physical damage.
Got it. Going to take half of that, so it'll take 8.
Okay, that's fine. And that's my turn.
All right. We have some folks here that aren't looking so good. We are going to... None of you are flying, so that won't matter. I think we gotta do another max glacies. Have to. On Cadence, clearly, because you won't stop doing 100 points of damage every turn.
120, thank you very much. On the low end.
And onto Echo, and onto Enola, because the two of you won't stop healing people. This is Insight plus Willpower. Exactly the same dice that I just had in my hand. Onto Cadence. A 3, that is an 8 to hit against your magic.
That misses.
Against Echo. 7, 12 against your magic defense.
It hits.
That is going to be 30 points of ice damage.
I am down.
Echo is dropped into the hail of ice. Enola, much better. 6, 7, 8, 9, 14 against your magic defense.
You could miss one fucking attack against me today, Hope. Like, just one, you could miss. But yeah, that'll hit.
That's 31 points of ice damage.
Jesus! I'm still up, but I'm not good.
But you could not be up. Fine. Its turn is done. I think that brings us over to Ophi.
Okay. Great. So Echo's down?
Goes down.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And how's that wall of allies looking?
At the top of the round, if you all don't start doing something, you can tell that they are going to start falling.
Okay. This is fine. Ophi just sort of gives Cadence a look, and there's a kind of a sad smile and a nod, and she jumps off of the shoulder and starts flying for the sort of middle distance. Are they close enough that they count as the same scene as us, or are they two separate scenes?
They do. The two of you are
Okay.
colliding.
Then I can pray. I'm going to do some alchemy in the air. And I'm going to use my status as an experiment, my quirk, to negate the cost of that because I don't have any IP left. And we'll see if it kills me to do that. So I'm gonna do some weird potions. But I think I have up to advanced now. So I'm just gonna go big or go home because none of it matters anyways.
Mm-hmm.
None of the cost counts. So I need to find another D20. And we'll see if I can roll what I want to roll. Okay, all right. I apologize for the sort of silence while I do some weird math here. Making a potion in this game is half chance and half weird math.
Like in real life.
Oh, I would like to thank God and death and everything. So I'm going to have this affect me and every ally present on the scene.
Okay.
And one of those is a 17. So everybody on our side is going to recover 50 hit points
Oof.
and 50 mind points.
Huge. Absolutely.
And I'm gonna roll to see
huge.
if that kills me. Because I don't know. Do I get to knock off some of my what is it? Not chaos, it's something else.
Instability?
My instability. Do I get to knock that off? Because we're in the middle of battle. But it's yeah. So what you all see is Ophi jump off of this Skeletor fool, no longer flaming, and sort of become a speck in the sky. And then she is flaming, and this sort of starfall of sparks falls over everybody and reaches into the battle that's sort of waging around us and trying to encroach on it. And amongst that starfall is one spark a bit bigger than the rest, as Ophi has been rendered inert. That was a full 8 on my instability roll, and I already had 3.
Eruption of energy, raining down healing magic. Echo, you are brought back to your feet. Your allies are given another push to hold back the horde, buying you another round. But plummeting from the sky is Ophi's body, slamming into the ground. Brings us to the top of the round. Echo, you've been bought another round.
Is there a way I can revive Ophi somehow? Or is it like a permanent instability death situation? Can I encourage her alive?
Rules as written, it is the sort of forfeit option for when you die in battle. I haven't sacrificed myself, I'm not dead, but I am out of the battle for the rest of the fight, mechanically. Unless Hoop wants to do some weird god shit, I don't know.
You could pump HP back into the body, but there's nothing currently in the body to fight anymore. It has just been overloaded.
She's entered cooldown mode, when your phone gets too hot and it's like, stop until I can cool. That's what Ophi is doing right now. Charging won't help it.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Well, I'm in full HP and MP, so I don't really need to do much. I'm just gonna attack it with my rapier, I guess.
Absolutely.
I mean, actually roll dice for the first time.
Boss with just your normal rapier on a normal attack.
Yeah, with my normal rapier. Let me just grab my thing for a minute here.
It's not looking great.
Okay, wait. So that is... Ooh, that's a 10. And then my might is a 3. That's 13, yes?
Absolutely, yeah.
No.
Higher than an 8, you're good.
The highest part is... Yeah, so the highest part is 10 plus 6, 16. And then... Is he suffering from any status effects at all?
Can't be. He's immune to them.
But he has...
He has no status effects on him.
Alright, never mind. Sorry. I couldn't hear that part. It got cut off.
No worries.
But yes. 16.
16 physical?
Yep.
Reduced down to 8.
I'm like, you dick! Poke him with sword.
Okay. Still hurting pretty bad. Enola. Our healer has a round of respite.
And I'm gonna do something wild, and I'm gonna hit him. Y'all have never seen her pull out a weapon to actively hit something, but she doesn't feel like she can be the decider of who lives or dies. This is literal fucking death, and also Ophi is plummeted to the ground, and she's fucking pissed. So I'm gonna And because of my sharpshooter thing, I get to use my insight instead of my dex, and my insight's currently a 12 now. And I still have the shield in one hand, and I've had my little shadowy dagger that makes me all spooky. I'm just gonna like yuck it right into his forehead.
Love it.
That is a 12 on my D12 and a 7. So 12, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Hits by so much.
All right, so it's 12 plus 5 plus. Here, let me see. Okay. Oh, plus 1 to hit. So whatever. But yeah, whatever. We did it. Highest roll plus 5 plus 4 to damage or to a target in crisis. So that is what was that? 12
plus
13,
5 plus
15,
4.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 dark, and then plus 4 physical.
Enola making an offensive strike for the first time ever. Finally tired of having to pick everyone back up off the ground, only for them to drop again and have to pick them back up. How would you like to finish him?
Oh my god. I think it's more.
Wait. I think it's wonderful that it is it dies because the last two who have been healing the group decides to finally hit it. And I feel like that is amazing to me. And I'm so glad that happened.
Yeah, I feel like because like we were both so like our first thought was Ophi, and I think like maybe it's literally one of those things that like Echo. What was your weapon that you hit with?
Rapier?
Just rapier?
Rapier.
Yeah, I'm like running up in front of like Echo with the shield, kind of giving this like cover as we're just like bolting towards Ophi, and then just do like a straight up slide and just shuck the dagger as I'm like sliding, like shield up, protecting me and Echo as we get to Ophi.
The dagger soaring straight, impacting, and for a moment there is no impact. There is no sign that dagger did much of anything. But then you see those cracks starting to spiderweb out. And it goes to reel back to let out a breath of cold air. And the entire skull just cracks into 1,000 pieces, starts raining to the ground. The horde of undead around you all pause for a moment, go to take a step charging back into the fray, and their bodies just start failing. They start falling to pieces all around you. One by one, the horde of foes that you had just been worried was about to consume you, to overrun you, to cut you all down, falters. There's a long moment of silence. Your companions look up at you, at each other, and there is just a shout into the ether, just cries of joy and of cheering as they finally all just collapse to the ground, absolutely exhausted.
With an apology to Sprout's entire ancestral line, shield to shoulder, Cadence is going to slide down this collapsing skeleton.
We just Legolas our way, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but with an apology to Sprout's entire ancestral line.
Ophi's body isn't hard to find because it's starting to glow. Ophi?
Yes.
Where do you usually go when you power down, when you rest, you're recuperating?
I mean, that's where does your phone go when you turn it off? You know, where does the computer go when you put it to sleep? It's still in there. It's still doing what it's doing. It just, the interface is off. So there's, you know, Ophi's still in there. Ophi.exe is still running, but just the UI is disconnected.
Well, you may not ever see anything in this state of dream. Right now you are. That room where young Ophi is locked away safe and sound. You can see it. The door's been opened and she's talking to someone.
Oh,
Someone
done.
that has held their hands out and is seemingly convincing them to take her hands.
Can I see or hear anything about this mystery person?
Yeah, I would say so. Just focusing in that conversation a little, because you don't really exist in space and time at the moment. But you can still focus in catching bits and pieces of, this is your destiny, darling. Don't let them lock you in here forever. Like some caged beast. Come on. We have a future to get to.
The last Ophi has heard about this cage that she's in is that it's protecting her. That she can't survive outside of it for long, if at all. And I don't think Ophi realizes like what a dream is. She's read about it, you know, she's studied people and how they work. So she's familiar with the concept, but she's never experienced it herself. So I think being stuck in a situation like this where she can see and hear, she just assumes that she's there. And that she is powered down and has been powered back up here, and this is the situation she finds herself in. So Ophi's gonna step between them and try to stop human person Ophi. Because as far as I know, leaving until we know better will hurt her. And my job is to protect her.
It
I don't know how much it'll do.
All the concentration you have to alter your perspective of this scene, to even get close enough to feel like you might be able to reach out, help her. And that voice sounds so familiar. You do see young Ophi take her hands, and after a moment helping the young Ophi onto her feet, the woman stands, and under the cloak, this long golden hair, a facial structure like yours, but much more human. And she'd call out, as if to no one or as if to know you were there. It's always going to be like this. That event, that cataclysm that happens, that your creator told you about. We did that every time. That's why there's no Ophelias left in those worlds. We're a weapon. We're always made to be a weapon.
But we don't have to be.
Stops for a moment where she escorts the young girl out of the room. And what would we have left?
Everyone else.
You could have protected them. You weren't made to be a weapon.
I did protect them. Because I was made to be a weapon and
For
chose
now.
to do something else.
For now. You'll see. We always do. Good luck. Escort the young Elfie out of the room. Is anyone, I assume some of you have run to Ophi's body.
Yeah.
That artifact that Ophi has been using to get glimpses of the future has cracked. Ophi is unresponsive.
I'm gonna look at Cadence and I'm gonna go. Shh, you'll wake up, right?
Probably. We've seen them power down before. I hope that's all this is. I don't know that we can really tell until, and Cadence will look around to make sure the fight's done and get out of here.
All of your companions would kind of start to form a huddle around you all. Sprout, you'd feel a heavy gauntleted hand on your shoulder. All did good. That was a hell of a fight.
Can't call it a win if we don't all make it out of here.
I suspect that you all have a world to go back to. Still worth fighting for.
Yeah. For the record, I have sent Rupert to go and get Mara.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm like pumping healing into Ophi as I don't really know how to check a pulse, you know? So, and I feel like this is very full circle because I think my first episode, I also found Ophi in a similar situation and it worked then. So
I appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah. She doesn't know what's going on, but is attempting.
Unfortunately unresponsive.
Is there a thread that I can see in the Esper network? Can I see anything?
For some of you, yes. For you, there is. For Enola, there is. For Echo, there is. But that's it. No one else was supposed to survive this.
I don't see one for Cadence either.
No. Cadence was not supposed to survive this.
Oh, fuck. I don't know what to do with that information.
I think Cadence notes you staring at her and kind of cocks an eyebrow.
Something to unpack when we're all standing again.
Okay.
Or not ever, honestly. We don't ever have to revisit this conversation.
A look of concern on your face tells me we do.
Okay. I can't find a thread for Ophi. Pointedly does not say anything about Cadence.
Has Ophi had one in the past?
Yeah. That's what always made it different. Ophi's always been people. I don't... The only other time I've seen a thread even messed up was with the Ophi that we saw at the library.
Can we move their body? back, or do we need to wait?
I think we need to get out of here. If there's anything, there's nothing tying Ophi here, at the very least.
It sounds like a plan. We have a world to get back to that's already fallen to shit, but maybe we can still do some good there.
I'm gonna look at my dad. I'm gonna go. So every one of us is dead there. Do you wanna go to our world? Maybe teach my actual dad a lesson?
He's gonna just come over and kneel down so the two of you are eye to eye, being a massive figure. You have a family still. They may not be perfect, but they're still your family. I have a kingdom that I need to rid of an infection.
Okay. I hope we can figure out a way to, like, visit. Because I would like to see you again. You're
Well,
like the nicest dad.
when we both survive this, I'll look into it.
Just look for the world where my dad is a dick. That would be the world that
Well, knowing me, that's probably most of them.
You don't know this one. This one's pretty bad. Yeah, this one the worst actually.
I'm proud of you, Prince Echo.
King Echo now, actually.
My apologies, Your Majesty. King Echo.
I never liked that until you've always wanted that for me. And even until now that kingship has been forced on me, but I'm gonna make good use of it.
Good.
Also, I want you to meet like my future wife. And it points at Cadence. I know right now it's kind of busy, but that's my to be.
He'll stand up, look at you, Cadence, and just hold both arms out in like a bring it in moment.
Cadence doesn't know what to do. As Echo points to Cadence, she is covered in blood and ash and
Bone fragments just still protruding
bone fragments. And will hesitate and kind of slowly step forward and awkwardly hug.
Yeah.
Echo is gonna jump and just sort of like hug them both.
A figure equally twice the size of both of you combined just kind of brings you both in for a very tight hug. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's weird that this is probably the only hug I will get from you in any timeline.
I wouldn't be so sure. I'm sure there's some good left in. This is getting too emotional for my taste. Good luck back in your own time. Hayden says that the hug is, released, and it looks like the conversation is lulled for just a moment. Bree will come and stand up next. Some magistrates to kill.
Good luck. I have a few I may need to kill in my timeline as well. They betrayed us there too.
Good. He would kill them all, but your timeline is quite as corrupt.
Not yet. You did a lot of good. You were in charge of the council for a long time.
That sounds awful.
You were good at it.
Don't tell.
A real stateswoman.
Okay. Now the insults are getting.
Always terrible with a blade, though.
Keep yourself safe.
You too.
I think we'll circle back around to a certain bird friend, but Sprout, again, that gauntleted hand clasps on your shoulder, and are giving it a squeeze. Even through the armor, you can feel this just the strength. I'm gonna ask you this, but say no. You could come with us. Do a lot of good together.
Tempting, but got a good family here.
I can see.
I gotta figure out how to make sure Ophi wakes up.
That was short of a miracle. Whatever happened.
She's pretty crafty with explosions, so.
I don't know how much longer we could have lasted.
Yeah.
Well, take care of yourself.
You too. I'm gonna like kind of pull Neldry off to the side a little bit. What does it mean if Cadence wasn't supposed to survive but did?
I'm no sage. Seer. My area of expertise, but yes, they know what to do with them. They're a cog that shouldn't be in the machine. Every other cog they touch is going to be knocked out of balance. They're going to save people that were meant to die, kill people that were meant to.
Well, hopefully she can start with Ophi.
But I trust that you'll all find a solution. You got here, but you did.
Yeah.
Go avenge our
Say,
family.
Alright then.
Give you a nod and turn and follow after. Ophi. Though
Yes, God.
you aren't here to see it happen, all the rest of you would see it coming flying down from the sky, landing, staring at Ophi's body, and just kind of entering this state of shock. Would any of you reach out and try to help or say or do anything?
I mean, Zariel is my best friend, I'm guessing in most timelines, if not all. So Cadence will kind of step over quietly and put a hand on their shoulder. We're going to bring them back. I know they're not your Ophi, but I don't think this is the end of the story for them.
Just seen this too many times.
My friend, you shouldn't have to see that. And she'll kind of step in front of them and hug them tightly.
Just get basically swallowed up by the winged arm spans.
None of this is fair, and I'm sorry your timeline has been so hard on you. I hope you find peace after this.
Perhaps. I doubt it. My world is still beyond saving.
You could come with us. If I know anything about you or my Zariel, you two will revel in having duplicates. Imagine the inventions you could create.
You don't think that it would cause some rift the two of us ever met?
Would I think that
This is
came
all
next? Actually,
brand new magical territory.
okay. And we just killed death.
A good
Can't imagine
point.
that won't have rippling effects.
Death can never truly die. As long as there is life, there is death. But this iteration is gone.
This whole time, Enola's just been like unmoving, just staring at Ophi, and that makes her look up at Zariel. Just not say anything, but like something's thoughts in head.
No, I think that's my fight elsewhere. It's not one I'm ever going to win, but it is one that needs to be fought. Hope your Zariel gets a long, happy life. A very bored, very loving life.
I hope so too. And Cadence will reach down and pull a dagger out of her boot. It's a very finely crafted gold and silver hilted dagger, one that her Zariel had given her years and years ago, and flips it over in her hand and holds it out to the Zariel.
This?
So, a gift. I know that I'm gone in your timeline as well, but still exist other places.
Would you believe that you took a city with you?
That sounds like me.
She'll take it, flip it around in her hand. Did you make this?
You did. You gave it to me so many years ago.
That's why it's so flawless.
It is indeed. It's good for throwing. It's saved my ass a few times. Hopefully it'll save yours now. If you
Thank
find
you.
yourself in trouble.
And you can tell that she wants you to just collapse over Ophi's body, but is taking every bit of willpower she has. Step back, turn, and take off after the other two. Other three. As Ophi, your systems finish rebooting, your core now has enough power once again for you to regain consciousness.
I mean, Ophi did still fall out of the sky, so she's probably like the wings are probably a mess.
Oh yeah.
Just creaking, those creaky bones. I think Ophi sort of like the eyes were already open because that's just they're a machine. They don't sleep like normal people. But I think they sort of, the one that isn't cracked just sort of like looks like it's rebooting, like checking all the sort of parameters, and then blinks, and then they try to sit up and it creaks really loud and gross, and like a wing is caught on a limb and it doesn't quite, they can't quite get up right.
I'll just gas and like helps and like undoes wing and is like, ha, ha.
Oh, it worked. Oh my god, it worked.
I did it.
Is it over?
Yes, 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 it is.
Is everyone alive? And immediately scanning the crowd for two faces, two very similar faces.
You see all of your friends and companions standing around you, and every surviving member of the other party currently walking away.
I think Ophi clocks the numbers right, and then recognizes Ree walking away, and sighs really heavy, and then kind of freaks out a little bit, and then scans the rest of the crowd and finds Cadence, and then sighs again. Did I make a mess, Miss Cadence?
Cadence steps back over and kind of puts an arm around Echo's waist. You saved us. You kept us
Good.
all in the fight.
Good.
It
Then
was extremely reckless. But we owe it to you.
It needed to be done. The vision that I had seen was, as Sprout has taught me, bullshit? Am I using this correctly?
I think so.
So I fixed it. I saw only some of us walking away. And I saw a pair that only one could survive, and that wouldn't do. But I see you're both alive.
Cadence narrows her eyes for a moment and glances over at Sprout.
Sprout
Doesn't say anything.
Sprout is staring like stunned right now at Cadence, and now also at Echo. Cadence, maybe don't touch anyone else.
Wait a minute. What do you mean don't touch anyone else? That's definitely...
Just hands to yourself.
Why?
Just immediate.
I still can't find Ophi's thread, and I haven't seen yours since this fight ended, and now I don't see Echoes. And I'm starting to think Death had to go somewhere.
What do you mean?
I don't know exactly, but there's a... Sorry, I'm looking at Glyza.
No, it's just... Echo is actually doing that. It's like, thread is missing. My thread is missing. But I'm still here.
I think you weren't
Well,
supposed to make
what-
it out.
but we did.
We did, but Cadence wasn't supposed to. And now you are interacting with people,
Wait,
and you're
Sprout?
kind of...
Sprout, can I ask you a question?
I can try to have an answer.
That's okay. Does it matter?
Ophi is up and running away at this point.
Running away to where?
Where?
Following the people who are walking away, the other timeline folks. She is going to catch up with someone. Hearing that shenanigans going down and kind of having an idea of what's going on, but not really knowing how to convey that. It's just, I need to go talk to somebody.
Hobbling
What a
away,
shame.
1 foot dragging.
That was a little weird.
The
but
wing on the ground.
again,
Like,
my question is, does it really matter? Like, we're alive.
At
I've
least
had a lot
doesn't
of
matter.
stories with death.
It matters to me. Sounds like it doesn't really matter to anybody else, which is great news, I guess.
I'm a little concerned by it. Just
Okay,
for the
we
record.
can chat. We can
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
talk it through.
So what would you have me do then?
I don't think I'm allowed to tell you. And that's not just because I'm afraid of you as a person. It's also just because I don't think anybody's allowed to tell you what to do anymore, Cadence. Oh, you're muted. Or at least I can't hear you.
But I shouldn't touch people. I shouldn't interact with people.
No, okay, we can nix that rule. We can just...
Good, because I'm gonna get married to her, and that'll be really awkward.
Okay, in a
Or-
different sense, Echo, I don't think anybody can tell you what to do either. So,
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely.
yeah. So
you may now blow a kiss at the bride.
Yes.
6 feet.
Just...
Wait, Cadence, you're still touching me, right?
Yes,
you're
arm
hanging-
still around. Echo's waist.
I'm let me try something. And I'm gonna just like put her hand down
Mhm.
and then like sort of step away. Do the strings come back?
They don't.
Damn it.
You are now
Oh well. I just-
outside of Fate's plan.
Oh well. I never liked Fate anyway.
Anybody else want freedom?
I'm sorry. Did Cadence just become death?
Death of the connection to fate, not death actually. I don't think Cadence is killing anybody right now by touching them. But as far as the fates are concerned, yes, Cadence has become death.
Zariel did say that death must exist.
Oh shit. My girlfriend is death. My girlfriend is death. I mean,
Cadence
I'm
looks
not
back
excited
and
about that.
forth between the two of you. I give up my life as an assassin, and this is what I get stuck with.
I wish I had better news for you. I might, if Rupert ever comes back with Mara. Mara might know what's going on.
Oh yeah.
I sure shit don't.
Rupert is gone, reabsorbed, but hobbling over. Emaciated, cut up, bruised, and bloody Mara. Hair just long and trailing on the ground.
Full heal.
Jesus
Full
fucking
heal.
Christ, I didn't want her to walk on her own.
Strong, independent fate demon.
So much healing magic going
All the
into this
healing.
body. Yeah. I will use
Hate, you
all
say?
of my new regained
Mhm.
impede to just jack her. Heals.
Mara is a
Your
fate
girlfriend's about to be
demon.
real pissed at us.
And before that scene, real quick, we'll jump over to Ophi. You catch up to
Ophi
the
is
others.
chasing down Ree.
Mhm. It wouldn't be hard to hear that someone is following them. They would all turn.
I'm making a lot of. I sound like several tin cans at the moment.
You're up. Neladri kind of like
Yes.
steps forward towards you. That was quick.
Yes. Ree, can I borrow you for a moment?
They all turn. Or what?
I may have made a miscalculation.
Right?
follow me, please?
She will start to follow you, but first questioning, what do you mean? What?
It seems that fate is displeased with some actions that I believe I may have taken, and I am unsure if you are also affected. But Sprout can tell us, and
She'll-
I think it would be good information to have. Either
she'll
way.
Stop. Fate doesn't mean anything for any of us. We're going back to dying worlds where we're all likely going to die.
You misunderstand. Fate may not matter to you emotionally, but fate may also not matter logistically going forward. That's what I would like to figure out, and the information that I would like to arm you with if that is the case.
I can appreciate the search of my cadence was always consumed by. If you think it'll help your cadence, any of you, I'll help, but don't expect it to do anything. Me.
If you would rather not know, I would not force that knowledge on you.
I
But-
suppose I would rather not.
Then I am simply glad that you are alive.
And I thank you.
I'm glad I woke up before you left.
Zariel is going to come into this swooping hug, finally giving in, just slamming into the side of
okay.
you. You have to stop dying in front of me. No more.
I was not dead.
Don't die in front of
Who has
yours,
told you that I
Zariel,
was dead?
Ever.
Who has told you that I have died?
I watched you die.
Do I look dead to you?
Sometimes.
Poor choice of question.
Don't be a lifeless body on the ground in front of your Zariel.
Am I not allowed to sleep as well?
Suppose. Just go back to your Zariel and give her all of the love that you used to give me. The other you.
Ophi is going to jump up and give the creakiest hug. Probably very heavy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Does not apologize for that.
This Zariel's fairly buff, though.
Okay. All right.
I
I mean, shit. You sure you don't want to come with?
Be good. Save your world. Have some pirates to deal with.
Good luck. Just sort of metal hand to the face. Try to be happy. Yes?
You have given me a chance to be happier than I have for a long time.
Well, I think fate already has an issue with me, so if you would like an excuse to travel timelines if you find yourself able.
You'll be the
You will
first
always
one
be
that
welcome
they
in
call
ours.
on. They'll let go. They'll all continue.
He sort of watches them go for a bit before turning around and just sort of walking back.
Mara taking a moment to breathe in. That hair that was just kind of drooped, hitting the ground, pooling up around her, has recollected itself into a very elegant teal and maroon long evening gown type dress that just drapes behind her. She walks up, looking. I assume, is Anola still like kneeling on the ground?
Probably would have like gotten herself up after Ophi can run. I was like, okay, cool. I'll stand up now. But it's still like back away from everybody, like processing.
She will beeline directly towards you. Give you a very low bow. I don't believe we've ever had the pleasure of meeting. I am Mara. I tried to kill most of your friends.
Oh. Well, they specifically asked me to use my magic book to find you, so I guess it's all forgiven.
Sprout has a way of making his way into people's hearts.
I've only known them a few weeks, and I can agree to that.
And she'll turn towards you, Sprout. You said that I had someone to meet.
Yeah. Yep. Sprout is by disastering right now. Yeah. Really quick, and I'm gonna grab Mara's hand. Do you see anything weird about anybody in this group?
Know that I do.
Are you gonna try to kill them for it?
That's not my job. Even if it were, I'm fairly certain that my boss has already fired me.
Fair enough. Is there does it matter? Echo poses a good question.
Yes and no. Everyone here that doesn't belong here is going to start a cascade of dominoes. Cannot be stopped. Where those dominoes fall, we won't know until it happens.
Sprout is gonna turn around and point at Echo. Sounds like you were right, and I'm gonna go in for a high five from Cadence. If Cadence will high five me back.
Cadence will high five you back.
Yes.
Fate has had me spending my life wading through blood. If I have a chance to change that now, I'll take it.
She does stop and look at Cadence and like looks you up and down. Interesting. If
How
you don't,
so?
nothing. If you don't mind, I would very much like to leave this place. Spent far too long here as it is. Enola, you still have access to the spell. You could even redraw the ritual, and you could basically send the party to any of the major capital cities that you have been to so far.
Kind of step forward, still very clearly not extremely present. But it's just like, where do we want to go?
Where do we think we'll be welcome?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but you do have a king who has a kingdom that would gladly welcome you.
Nola has never
I
been
don't think
there.
they have a choice in the matter.
I know what Sky City and place that wants me dead.
Straya, the Sky City. You have been to Lostanica, and you've been to the Pirate Haven.
Yeah, well honed. Pirates, perhaps. They don't want us dead yet.
Can
And they
we?
have good alcohol.
What was that, Ophi?
Would we be able to go back to where I was? I have something that may need to be checked on. I believe, sort of trying to look at the eye that is broken. I believe I was given a last vision? Or perhaps I have been given the ability to dream. I do not know. But something may need our attention.
The floating house, then.
I think if
And
I
that would be my vote.
walk into a portal into hell and walk out not where Ignisaris can see me.
Yes, you also have a boyfriend waiting, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Yep,
And he may be able to fly us to the pirates.
this is true.
Our ship should be around as well.
He should be able to fly us to the ship.
We have options.
Okay.
All right.
So reopening that portal back where you all came from. Of course, waiting there very impatiently, all cut up, clearly exhausted, currently in human form, sitting there at one of the tables that is got 3 legs, like sipping just a very probably cold cup of tea at the moment, is Ignisarith. Well, your timing is nothing if not impeccable. Welcome back.
Would you like to meet my girlfriend?
He will stand, even in his human form, towering over most people, being a little over 7 feet. Would go over to Mara, the two, kind of stopping, staring at each other for a moment. And then back at you. Well, he has good taste. I was not expecting this, but I can work with this.
This is working out better than I expected it to.
Say that now. And he'll turn and just kind of walk off towards the courtyard.
I, Kian, have never had partners meet each other, so that's my best guess to how that goes. Partners meet each other and decide to date. That's how that works, right?
Yeah, always.
Sometimes.
There's certainly an option of outcomes.
But Mara would wait for you, stepping through and taking your hand. You're all free. Step through into the now vacant monastery. And I assume you would like to go check on Ophelia's room.
Yeah, if he's running. and scraping, like just metal wing on the floor, scraping the whole, like, no class. Not very demure, not very mindful.
I will follow after, but at a bit of a distance.
Okay. The room is empty.
I think before Cadence even gets down there, Ophi sort of has turned back and walked up the steps a little bit and sort of meets her halfway.
Everything okay?
It seems the eye did give me one last vision of reality. She is gone.
I thought she couldn't leave.
And that is where my concern is. But I think I know who took her. But I don't know how to find another me.
Of course, it's something like that. We can look. We need to find out what the state of the world is now. But we can look. No longer bound by fate, apparently. So there might be something we can do.
Maybe. They may not be counting on that.
Seeing how they hunted us in every other timeline, I think we have a huge advantage now.
I appreciate your confidence, Cadence.
We defeated death. Don't know that there's much we couldn't do now.
I suppose that does have to count for something. And I think sort of realizing that this is like the first sort of second that they've had, I think Ophi goes in for a hug here as well. Trying not to smush her with the metal. That is probably sharp at the moment. I'm sorry.
Cadence will squeeze back hard enough to make the metal creak.
Yeah. Friendship.
Power of friendship. But yeah, the world does seem to finally be taking a breather for the most part. The kingdom of Lost Danica still is under foreign control from the Black Fleet that came through and basically decimated anyone that stood in their way. But even they seem to be respecting this moment of victory. No immediate fires to put out. There's no immediate calls for help. The world is stuck in the state of limbo. But before we do our outros, we want to give each of you a chance to give us just a little bit of an epilogue of where your character would be going for the next couple weeks, probably. You've earned some much needed rest. Now is your time to take it. Why don't we go same order? We're about to do outros, but Cadence, what your next couple weeks?
That is a great question. I think it is a mixture of infiltrating, if Glyze is okay with it. Echo was also a spy. The two of them were spies for opposing countries for a long time. So I think she would spend the next couple weeks infiltrating Lost Danica and the other kingdoms, getting an idea of what the opposition looks like, but then also spending some time in Echo's home.
Sure.
If that is going to be her future, then she should become familiar with it.
Fair enough. But you would go and visit Ree at any point.
I think so. As long as I can find her.
If anyone could find Ree and Taya, it would be you. Sprout. What's your next couple weeks?
I think it. I know we were joking about it, but I think it really is just everybody getting to know each other outside of the threat of death that I think we've all been living under. So there's a nice, probably a nice little quiet getaway of just being able to take a deep breath and exist as individuals. And I think even if Ignisarth has to step away for anywhere, I don't think Sprout is letting go of Mara's hand. Just in that experience of oh look, you are existing outside of my head and outside of the realm of hell. And this is a very nice experience, so.
No longer bound to you, but now physically existing with you. Big change.
Assuming she doesn't break up with me. I mean, she doesn't need Sprout anymore, so let's be real.
She's sticking around.
She can have standards that are better than Sprout. Sprout's kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel, so.
No, she's definitely sticking around. I think we already know the answer to this, but Echo, what does your next couple of weeks look like?
While Cadence is infiltrating that other place, Echo goes to Naggarlan first to set up the place, introduce, some changes, being a little strict with family and saying that, hey, now that I'm the king, I'm going to change some of the rules. I can do that now because I'm the king, and I can choose my queen in a different way. And we're going to stop the whole, to ascend the throne, you gotta kill somebody. We're gonna stop doing that. And that's basically, there's gonna be a lot of pushback, of course. That's
Naturally.
hundreds of years of hundreds and hundreds of years of tradition and stuff. But
Absolutely.
Echo is nothing but, modern, and therefore is introducing the modern world into Naggarlan. That's pretty much all he's doing, and also showing off vision boards of what the wedding will look like. Pretty much. That's pretty much what Echo is doing.
Love it. And Ophi, what about you?
So Ophi's got some errands to run. Namely, I cannot go out like this. So, Ophi is calling up this Zariel on one of the many formerly busted stones that we have, and inviting them to come travel. I'm not sure that Ophi's really settling anywhere. Sort of feels like most folks have some other places they want to be downtime wise, but I think Ophi is gotten used to being on the road, so to speak. So I don't know if she hangs out with the pirates for a little bit, but make sure that Cadence has a working stone, and then goes off to travel a bit, invites Zariel back, because she's going to need some help fixing up this chassis.
Natural. And of course,
No other
Zariel
reason.
immediately there, seeing you in this state, it's eyes wide in shock. There's a little bit of anger and then just pure relief of, okay, you made it back alive. That's all that matters. And it embracing you. Yeah, immediately starting to talk about, oh, I can see that you damaged this limb, but perhaps if we instead built the skeletal structure in this pattern, and then it can prevent the stress from this joint, and immediately is kind of in work mode as just overwhelmed with emotions, only knows work, is going to focus those emotions into work.
I think Ophi apologizes the appropriate amount, which is profusely, for ruining Zariel's work. But I think slowly sort of grabbing mannerisms from the more humanoid of the group as they're sort of working together. We zoom out and we see Ophi just sort of lean its head on Zariel's shoulder as they're working together. And that's how they're going to spend a couple of weeks. Just traveling, fixing up the form. Totally not doing some research, putting out feelers to see if anybody has seen a really tall woman that kind of looks like me and a really short kid that also kind of looks like me.
Sure.
Yeah.
And Enola.
Yeah. I don't think I know exactly what her 2 weeks looks like, but at least the start of it. She leaves, doesn't go too far from here. She goes back down to that inn and bar that we went to before, where Milo's there. And I think, around the same time, maybe it's waiting for Cadence after her espionage, but there is a package waiting for Cadence at Echo's kingdom that when you open it, it is a dusty leather grimoire. You see the page that's "Can we bring Zariel back to life?" The page on "Where is Mara?" And then a ripped out page, and then the rest is blank still. And at Milo's, she will, go back kind of, to the kitchen and chatting with them, and sits down the paper that has like a sketch of Eckerd from the best that she could do from that photo that Milo had given her before, with just like a "where is he?" question on it. And I don't know what the answer is, or if we know what it is at this point, but she's going to Milo with the answer the book gave her on where he is.
The book, for probably the first time ever, does not give you an answer.
And she's just gonna sit there with Milo for however long, and honestly probably doesn't leave.
Well, on that note, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for being an incredible cast and for giving me twists and turns at every opportunity and just telling an amazing story. Yeah. I'm going to go around, let everyone tell you who they are, where you can find them on the interwebs, and then we'll sign off. We'll do the same order that we just went down, so hopefully everyone committed that immediately to memory, which means that we are starting with Anna.
I am Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet. I'm a queer and trans advocate, museum worker, TTRPG producer, performer, and podcaster. You can find me on Twitter at Archival Dust Bun and all other social media, including Instagram and Blue Sky at Archival Dust Bunny. And I played Cadence, the time assassin turned future queen. It's an interesting, unbound from fate future ahead of her. It'll be exciting to see where she goes. I keep pretty busy with actual plays. Check out on Friday nights over on Valdrian's channel, Morphs in the Swamp, our Animorphs Blades in the Dark campaign. If you enjoy things like Monster Vets, I am in a Monster Care Squad game with Glyza. I will let Glyza talk about that though. If you enjoy Masks over on Thorny Dryad's channel, we have U-Force Inheritance, our long-running, 2+ years at this point, Masks actual play, where I play a protege with far too much responsibility on her shoulders. We just added a new hero and lots of changes for the team, so it's a great time to jump in. All of those are available over on the Thorny Dryad's Twitch channel. Very soon I will be in a new project, currently unannounced, over on Exquisite Corpse Presents. So keep an eye out over there for a brand new show very soon. And of course, there's Bloom of Light, which I will let Kit talk about. But that is our Girl by Moonlight actual play podcast that has me and Kit and Taylor in it. And it is so much fun. We just finished season 1, but I will let Kit gush about it more. To see where and when I'm streaming, which is a lot, check me out on social media.
Beautiful. That brings us over to Kian.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, he. You can find me on the interwebs at uptight_chiffon, uptight-chiffon, depending on where you're hanging out. I have been Sprout, my little bisexual disaster. So it's been an absolute delight to play. Very, very fond of this character. As far as where you can find me next, on Monday, I will be over on Entropy Emporium for the finale of our Brindlewood Bay 3-part mini-series that I am GMing. On next Wednesday, I will be back here for Nova, our Season 2 campaign, Trauma 2.0. It's a grand old time. We're doing great. I will be playing the newly single Nikki Sunshine Briar, which was really unfortunate and really sad.
Heartbreaking.
On the 31st, I will be over on Entropy Emporium for Blooming in the Rot, the Invisible Sun actual play that I GM. I have a delightful time with my players on that one. Every other Tuesday, you can find me on Entropy Emporium playing They Call Us Villains. That is our Horror Masks AP, where I play another bisexual disaster. There is a trend. And then I got a couple other projects coming up. Starting on the 18th, Beacons Arc 3, Beacons of Farlight Arc 3 returns. I'm so excited. You'll see some familiar faces around this table as well, joining us for Arc 3. I'm super stoked. It is the final arc in that series. It's over on High Shelf Collective. But yes, I do have a couple of other projects coming up down the line that I can't yet talk about. Follow me on social media. That is where you will hear about it first. That's me.
Heck yeah. And then over to Glyza.
Everyone, my name is Glyza. My pronouns are they, he, she, yes, in that order. You can find me anywhere that you find at Classical Glyza. That's on all socials and Twitch, YouTube, whatever. If you found it at Classical Glyza, guess what? You found me because I'm the only one. I am also the guide for the longest running Monster Care Squad actual play from the library that the lovely Anna is a part of as well. Tomorrow I will be in a Call of Cthulhu game with a couple of friends of mine over at Rerolls. And basically it's just another Filipino who is just gonna try to romance Cthulhu because I have a brand. And I'm sure that's gonna be fine. I have played Echo. And Echo is happy.
A well-earned, hard-fought happiness. And over to Kit.
That's me. Hi, I'm Kit, they, them, if you'd be so kind. You can find me most places on the internet at Kit Rolls, some places at Kit Roll Cause if you feel like it. I have been your Ophi, one of your Ophies, for this season. We'll figure that out later. It's fine. And oh man, where am I? What am I doing? As previously mentioned, by Kian, every other Wednesday, starting next month again. You can catch us on Beacons of Farlight over on High Shelf Collective. It's post-apocalyptic-ish. I'm not a robot in that one, but I'm not a robot in that one. So do with that information what you will. I'm sort of an AI learning how to have feelings via eating my emotions and not the way that you think. But that is currently the game that is in is happening. There is something else in production that I can't quite talk about yet, but keep an eye on socials. I will announce things as I am legally allowed to announce them. But for things that I am legally allowed to announce, because I'm in charge, if you like magical girls, if you like queer narratives, if you like stories of hope amongst defeat, you can catch Bloom and Blight. It is our Girl by Moonlight actual play podcast. You can find it wherever you get your podcast. If it's not up in a place, tell me. I will put it there. That is a threat and a promise. I got you, bestie. For episodes, announcements, clips, things like that, you can find us on all of the socials, basically everywhere, at Bloom and Blight, all spelled out. If you want cast and character information, if you want transcripts for our episodes, if you want setting information, stuff like that, all kinds of nonsense, a link to our community Discord server, all that jazz, you can go to bloomandblight.com. As Anna just said, we just finished our first season. We've just announced a new cast member that will be coming and joining us for season 2. We're doing a lot of shenanigans, so now's a good time to catch up. I'm just gonna put that out there. It would be a valid point to catch up on season 1 and be ready for season 2. That's all there is to it. That's all I got for now. Keeping it light, keeping it fresh. Yeah.
All these wonderful people are all so busy. And of course, last but not least, over to Taylor.
Hello. I'm for once not busy. Hi, I'm Taylor Petitito all over the internet. You can listen to Bloom by and hear me there. You can also find me right here every other Monday playing Lancer, not Dustgrave. We are now Hell's Gate. We're back in Hell's Gate. Yeah, we're officially back in Hell's Gate. Then yeah, we've got Beacons coming up, and that's it. Oh no, we have 2 more episodes of our werewolf campaign over on High Shelf Collective. I fucking love this game so much. Y'all should watch it and catch up, though. So many content warnings because we really be fighting racism, so it can get really heavy. But it is a beautiful cast. David is a wonderful game master. The entire crew is POC with now the addition of Trip this year. So it's been very, very fun, cathartic game to just like rip people apart.
That sounds fantastic. Yeah. I guess that just leaves me. Of course, I'm Andrew, our storyteller for tonight's game and for most games around here. I just recently started one campaign just yesterday, our Cyberpunk Red campaign, the Fall of the House of Red. If you ever wanted to see vampires in Cyberpunk Red and a story focused around vampires, that's what we are diving headfirst into, and that cast is incredible. And starting on Monday, we are starting our Fallout 2D20 campaign, where we are playing the Winter of Adam book. That cast is also incredible. They are both casts just immediately meshed so well together, and they drive each other to tell these amazing stories. They're both going to be just fantastic games. Cannot wait for them. But that's all I got. That's all we got in general. I hope you all had fun. Thank you to everyone that came out to support us with the raids. Thank you for sharing your communities with us. We love you all so very much. I'm tired. It's been a long week. We all need some rest. I'm going to throw a raid over to our friends at Insomnia Night RPG, who are playing Shadows on the Orient Express. That cast looks incredible. I recognize at least half those names. So, yeah, that's it. That's all we got. As always, be good people, do good things, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.